Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the past continuous. First, I will to explain the difference between the past simple and the past continuous. Let's say someone starts an action. For example, she started cooking, and the action has begun and is carried out until something happens. For example, she was cooking, and then it happens that her phone rang, so she stopped cooking and she answered her phone. It's somewhat complicated, but it's more or less like that. Functions of the past continuous. The first function is when the action takes place at a specific time in the past. For example, I was studying for my exam, but I fell asleep. Or you were doing your homework yesterday at 11:30 p.m. And second function is when there are two parallel actions in the past. For example, I was typing on the computer while you were talking about your day. She was eating while her classmates were doing their homework. The other function is when the action interrupted in the past. For example, I was playing the piano when my parents called me to dinner, or my father was working when I called him to eat. Now, structures of the past continuous. Affirmative. Was or were is the verb to be in the past, plus ing is the main verb in present participle, plus complement. For example, you were swimming in the pool. In the negative form is was not or were not. In the contraction is weren't or wasn't, plus verb ing termination plus complement. For example, we weren't playing chess. In interrogative form, was or were, the verb to be. In past, plus subject plus verb ing plus complement plus question mark. The question mark is important here. For example, was he doing his homework? Pay attention to the construction of the present participle of some verbs. Verbs that end in E drop the E and add the ing termination. For example, bought, voting, practice, practicing. In monosyllabic verbs that end in a consonant, double the last consonant before the ing termination. For example, cut, cutting, pat, patting. Beware of verbs that end in semiconsonants or semivowels. For example, fix, fixing, fly, flying. A specific time in the past. Examples: I was working in the store from morning until midnight. My mother was shopping yesterday morning. Britney was playing with her dolls yesterday until 12:30 p.m. in the garden. I was having fried chicken for dinner. My friend Marisol was doing her homework in English class. My boyfriend was complaining yesterday afternoon. They were watching a comedy movie. You were talking in the gym. Two parallel actions in the past. For example, while my mother was talking with me, I was doing my homework. My boyfriend's friend was working while his girlfriend was waiting for him at home. The passengers were waiting for the train while they were watching the news on TV. My dog was barking while people were passing by on the street. And finally, the action was interrupted in the past. For example, I was studying when my father came to my room to ask me for help. I was eating when my niece called me to help her with her homework. My father was planting when it started to rain. My mom was walking on the street when she found a chicken.